Sorry about the dust and the focus. The little particles are wreaking havoc with it. I figured I'd just throw up a bit of the insulation, and I can't believe how quickly and easily this stuff goes in. It really is just a really enjoyable job because it happens so fast. Unroll the stuff, offer it up, tuck it in, scalp across where you want to cut, and then just shove the stuff in. It's as quick as that. So I'm just going to carry on until it's time to stop. I've got maybe another 15 minutes or so, and then I'm going to call it a day. Some more of this insulation. I've got my big light set up, so hello. Just doing some more of this. I'm leaving the sections out where I know I've got to run some cabling, so I'm going to leave that one out or that one out. I'm not sure. I'll decide which in a second. Something that's just handy, because these are, you know, the same distance the whole way along. All I've done here on this piece of board that I'm laying it out on and cutting, it's much the same as setting up a template. So I've got my 120 centimeters. So all I do is I roll that out. I leave it in the gully there. Roll that out until it hits 0, there or thereabouts. And then if it's 110, I just drop this across there, make sure it lines up with that one there, and then I'm good to run my scalpel the whole way across, like that. And I know that that's now going to fit in here when I offer it up. So it's super quick, saves me having to measure, saves me having to think. I just push and cut. So it's quite a handy technique. If you are doing insulation, get a board, mark on it the limits that you want to run at, and then you're good to go. A few battens here behind those studs to allow the insulation to have something to rest up against. It just makes it a little bit easier for me. It's not crucial, but it really does help. So I'm just grabbing little scraps of wood and nailing or screwing them behind there as I need. Got to do a couple more down here, and then once I've done that, I need to do some on that side there. Been raining like this all day. It's now 1:45 in the afternoon. I'm going to have to try and get some of that insulation up there at some point. It's come in here. Thankfully it is mostly dry. See the monoflex there pouring on the outside, not the inside, which is good. But the rest of everything is completely soaking wet, so when I try and transfer it in, it stands a good chance of getting soaked. I don't think that this Velux is quite big enough to fit most of those in. I mean, it's definitely not. So maybe those little green ones could come in. So I'll have to think of a way to get those across, or just wait for a dry day. Right, so the party wall is now completely insulated. The sound in here has got a lot more deadened. I've left space there because I'm going to put ring main in there and ring main in there. I've already done the cabling here and here for the light switches. So I've done that all the way along. I've still got quite a bit left, which is great because I've got to do the stud walls here and here, that stud wall along there, and the gable end wall here. So there's quite a bit more to do, but it's coming along nice and quickly, which is really good. It's getting warmer in here as well, obviously, which is nice because the weather continues to worsen. That rain that I mentioned about an hour ago is still going. So yeah, I'm pleased to have some insulation in here. Pretty exciting phase. I've just finished all of the insulation in the walls, all the way round, all of the insulation. As I say, I've left those two gaps there because I'm going to be running the ring main under all of this now, so I'm going to have to move some of these flooring bits to be able to run that cabling. Once I've kind of got those up and poked through for the plug sockets that are going to go either side of the bed, then I can finish that roll off and fill those two gaps there. I've got plenty left. The system of rolling out, you know, having an arbitrary 0 point and then rolling out to your 110 or your 120, so the bottom was 110, the top was 120. that just works so quickly and so easily. Put the end of the roll there, roll it out, put a straight edge between those 2 points, and then score it with the scalpel, and you're done. They do that, you know, it's a very, very common way of doing things. If you go to a fabric shop and you're asking for 15 meters of fabric, that's how they'll do it. They'll measure it out meter by meter on a roll and then cut from end to end. So it's a very common way of doing things. But yeah, it's funny, the sound in here has become a lot more deadened now, which is good. It's a lot less echoey. I mean, I'm hot and sweaty because I've been moving stuff around, but I'm sure it would be warmer in here, more airtight. So I've got those open. It's still pouring with rain, but I'm actually quite grateful for a bit of cool air coming through. So yeah, we're getting there. It's good progress on that. I'm pleased with it. And now I just need to run some electrical cabling. So we're going to have plug socket there, 2 plug sockets there. I may well put one on that side, and I'll definitely have one here. I had completely overlooked a section of the structural engineer's specifications for the insulation, specifically that the external walls need rigid board insulation with a foil face, same as in the ceiling, same as in the sloped ceiling. The external walls need that as well. So this is why it's part 1. Look forward to part 2.